control our powers.
Then don't. This is war.
We are awash in superheroes these days. Almost every weekend we have a new adventure, a new saga, a new chapter in a long-running hero vehicle that takes us to fantastic worlds, brings to the fore people with amazing abilities, using those powers and their will to save we mere mortals, showing uncanny and incredible bravery in the face of what could be certain annihilation. Of course, these are all fantasies. Booming crescendos of powerful music meant to drive home the heroism and leave us sitting on the edge of our seat wondering if they will be able to save the planet and us. We exit the theater, we go about our, what at that point seemed to be mundane lives. No men in armor streaking through the skies, no women of wonder appearing at the local mall. Thankfully, no one is seeking to turn us all into mutants in order to serve their nefarious ways. But we are at a time in our societal existence when we do need heroes. We do need those who inspire us to greater heights, those who make us believe we can do more than we believe, that we have the nexus within us to be more than what we are. And frankly, we could use some heroes to make us, at the very least, hope for the future without always looking to verbally destroy one another with petty insults and bellowing how right we are, instead of shutting our mouths every now and then and gaining some wisdom from those around us.
Responding to the World Trade Center was our first deployment. We were there to try to find survivors, and when our task force arrived in Ground Zero, I just couldn't believe the magnitude of it. And then I looked down to her, and she seemed stoked and ready to work. Towards the end of our mission, it changed from a search mission to a recovery mission. I was just so grateful to have a canine partner that helped me get through it. She represents the working dogs and the disaster dogs in particular, and you know, they all are deserving.
Last September, on the anniversary of the World Trade Center 9/11 attacks, Denise Corliss returned to Lower Manhattan with Brittany. They'd been there before as rescue dog and handler, trying to find survivors in the rubble of those buildings. This time, they were there to celebrate Brittany's 16th birthday.
Brittany and I have a really strong bond. You know, a lot of dog handlers say you get that one dog, and I've had several canine partners, but Brittany is that one dog for me.
Brittany was set to celebrate her 17th birthday in August, but not to be. As time and nature caught up to the last known surviving rescue dog from 9/11, and earlier this week, she was driven to the vets one final time, and this is what happened. Brittany never wore a cape, never a suit of armor, and never uttered powerful words with exclamation points after them. She, like so many others, dove into that pile of death and destruction following that September morning, without fear, without a second thought, and without one single concept about being heroic. Of course, let's point out, Brittany never signed up for such duty, at least not with a signature or a verbal yes. But these special animals always seem to understand why they are there, the importance of the lives they seek to save. And when they no longer sniff for survivors or the remains of loved ones, They spend their later years working with kids, the elderly, people around them, with stories and a capacity for love that still inspires. Brittany actually visited elementary school classrooms back home in Texas, working with kids that suffered from intimidation or being uncomfortable reading out loud to their classmates. And with her there, those big, wonderful eyes and that wagging tail, she gave them the courage to overcome those fears, because that is what heroes do. So maybe the next time you think about heroes, don't turn to the movies. Turn to the stories of men and women who throw themselves into impossible situations with no concern for their own safety. And the story of four-legged heroes like Brittany, heroes who every day save lives, ask for absolutely nothing in return, save for a pat on the head and a hug. Good dog, Brittany. Good dog.